Hello everyone. Today we're gonna do something special. It's time for my second lesson after I did that lesson in French last year. This time I'm gonna show you how to get through the first minutes of Nezashwanki. Yeah, so let's get started, shall we? Well, let's start the game first. And now the boring text that I can't understand since I don't know Chinese. First of all, you want to get those chests up there because they contain money and some useful and less useful items, like a useless sword, for example. Useless because it does not give you enough strength to defeat the enemies. So then you go back around the town. And now the first thing you want to do is not go in the defense shop yet, go in the weapon shop first. And here I'll explain a bit about the menu, buy, sell. These are not the name of the item, I made them up, but that's pretty much what they are, they're useless. So you want to press the right button and access more weapons. The one you'll want to get is the good sword, which is obviously a name I made up again, because it has a lot of strength, and that strength will be useful in battle. 75, wow, at the beginning of the game too. Then you'll want to go to the defense shop, fast forwarding again, and once you get inside, I'll explain once again what's there. Well, pretty much useless except for the bronze armor, which is the armor you want to get. Because, well, how could I explain? The rags are the default equipment you have, but they're useless. And unfortunately, these equipments are too pricey. And if you would press right again on this menu, well, you would get to the shoes menu, but you don't want them for now, you don't need the agility, so just get the bronze armor for now. And now let's explain a bit about the menu. Well, pretty standard. You have your status menu, items, equipment, magic, and there is a save feature in this game. Well, let's look at the status first. Well, you see that strength and defense are really low, especially considering that you're level 1 and you don't have a lot of HP. And I don't know if that's agility, but I'm guessing that it is. Next, let's go to the equipment menu. Pretty standard. To the upper right, you'll see the bonus that the equipment you want to equip will give. The weapons will give strength bonus, and the armor will give, well, defense bonus. And if you'd add any shoes, they give agility bonus, but you don't have them right now, so let's just sell all the useless equipment we have, well, the rags and the useless sword. And next, you'll want to go to the item shop to buy potions, because the objective at the beginning is to get to level 3, so you want to buy as much potion as you can buy. As you can see, well, again, these are made up names because I don't know Chinese. And when those potions will be really useful in the first few minutes, then you have to speak to everybody in the city for some reason to be able to go underwater after that. So this is pretty much boring, it's just going around the town speaking to people. And the reason why we want to get to level 3 in the beginning is to get the recovery spell. Well, as you can see, the menu for the battle screen is pretty standard: attack, magic, items, and retreat. HPMP up there. And we got the enemy that if you had the rag still equipped, it will kill you in one hit very easily. But instead now it does 6 damage, so you can manage it. And when you're weak, well, don't go to your magic menu, go to your items menu and use one of your 6 potions. Now you're recovered, so let's defeat that million-eyed enemy before it kills us. Now, if you don't want to recover yet, you'll have to encounter the rare weak crab, which with the armor you have currently, it would do only 1 damage. And I didn't meet him, so I reloaded the state here. And it's not the right crab. There's 2 types of crab for some reason, and there's one that deals 4 damage and one that deals 1. So you want to meet the one that deals 1 to defeat him rapidly. And here it is. You'll defeat him in 2 hits, which is pretty good. And then just go retreat or reload states when you can. And if for some reason you save the state while in battle and you can't escape, well, you just have to fight through and use one of your items. Then fight them. Even though there are 2, there's one of them that's weaker than the other and will deal only 1 damage. Or 3 if it's a critical hit for some reason. Because I don't think there's critical hits in there. But as you can see, it's pretty standard. Just bash, bash, bash. This is boring, but oh well. This is pretty much the only way you'll get through this game. And defeat him, hit him one more time, and he's dust. Get the experience goal and a level up, which means we're level 2. And which is awesome by getting to a new level is that you get automatically recovered HP MP every time, which is really good. But since you don't have a recovery spell, well, you'll need to recover with your potions a few times, which is unfortunate, but you can manage it. Use another potion because I'm weak, and continue level grinding to level 3, which takes a little while. But if you're fortunate, you'll get those enemies that deal only 1 damage. And more boring stuff with 2 enemies, one that deals 6 damage, so we'll use a potion and defeat him again. And level up, and we gain an ability. What is this ability, you may ask? Well, you'll see in a second. Let's look at our magic, and plus HP 50, and it costs 8 MP. That's a cure spell. So after that, it's very easy to do level grinding. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you next time.